So if you ever kind of hit a roadblock when you're thinking of, what other kinds of videos can I make? We also have had some recent conversations at the in-person shop socials talking about how can we leverage things that are trending and Google Trends to help inform video content ideas. So we wanted to take the time to walk this group through how we can actually go into those tools, pull out trending data, and convert those into video ideas that hopefully will perform for all of you. So the first step is going to be going into Google Trends, which if any of you want to pull it up side by side on your computers or devices, that's trends.google.com. And then separately, we'll want a tab for Gemini, which is Google's AI tool. So that's going to be gemini.google.com. So here's Nicole's going to pull up the live demo in case you want to follow along with your screens. But this is Google Trends. It basically shows us what is trending around the world. Obviously, people are going to Google to type in exactly what they're looking for. So we have basically billions of queries that come in every single day that tell us what is the world interested in. So how does this pertain to beauty and fashion? Well, if you go to the top, you can click on the Trending Now tab. So within Trending Now, there's a bunch of categories, but we're going to go to the third little tab on the screen and hit beauty and fashion. And then just to give us a little bit more data, we're going to expand that time frame from past 24 hours to past 7 days. So we can see a couple of categories are trending. We have Prada at the top here because not sure if the broader group has heard the news, but Prada just said that they're going to be buying Versace, which is a big buzz in the fashion industry. It looks like we have a bunch of celebrities here trending for various reasons. So this is kind of your step one. You as a creator can come into this tab, see the topics that are trending, and just based on the subject categories, sit and think of content ideas that you can make. So whether that's, Prada makeup look, or maybe a red carpet, full glam inspired by one of the celebrities here. But if you still feel like, okay, these are great places to start, but I could use a little more kind of thoughts and ideation, that's where part 2 of this exercise, which is Gemini, comes in. So Gemini is Google's AI tool. If any of you guys have used ChatGPT, this is basically Google's version, and we find it's actually really great for video content. So you can get super creative with the prompting. You could come in first and, give it context about your channel, the types of videos that typically perform well for you, kind of like have this back and forth dialogue. But for the purposes of this exercise, say we pulled, 3 trending topics that were interesting for us. So we have some current trending categories on Google Trends are Bella Hadid, Prada, and Rita Ora. Then we pose the question, can you think of some short form videos? You can totally do long form as well. But for the purpose of this exercise, short form videos, beauty specific for each of these categories for me to create on YouTube Shorts. So if we plug this in and give it a second, Gemini is going to spit out a bunch of ideas. So you can see for Bella Hadid, we have model off-duty glow up. We have Bella's brow secrets. It's really scanning the whole internet also and seeing like what is resonant about this trend, right? So Bella's known for her off-duty looks, her brows, her, lip combo is popular. So it's pulling from that data to help inform your video recommendations, right? And the idea is, of course, something is trending more broadly. People are looking to dive deep on that topic. So how can you create content around it, kind of latch onto that traction and get views and ultimately YouTube shopping commissions by capitalizing on this topic that people are really interested in? So if we keep scrolling, you can see there's some really cool Prada ones. Of course, Prada is a fashion brand, but I think the angles that it comes up here for beauty specifically are cool, whether that's inspired by one of the runway looks, or maybe there's a specific accessory that you have and you make a beauty look to complement it. Again, you can continue to prompt Gemini, right, and say, hey, I like some of these ideas in this category. Can you make them a little more specific to, like this type of content that performs well on my channel? It's a really cool ideation tool that you can really spend a lot of time playing around with to come up with content ideas that make sense for your channel and your brand. Well, so we took some screen grabs here of some good examples. I really like the first one because if you were in our kickoff brainstorm, we talked a lot about the importance of like a hook, getting that viewer's attention the first couple of seconds. So you can see we prompted on the left side to break down the video, right? So there's the concept, the visuals, which are important. Like
Hi
the
guys.
visuals are going
So
to
I'm super
translate to
excited
specific, clips and cuts that you can take while you're making the video. We have audio suggestions, the hook specifically going back to those first couple of seconds where it's important to capture the viewer's attention. You can even use Gemini to help brainstorm, like, what's the most captivating way that I can start, this video that I'm doing. So you can really, like I said, get creative with how you're using the tool to really set you up for success.